Right, date time. Date 5 with Penny Farthing. Boss, Penny Farthing has come calling once more, and she seems very excited. Of course I'm excited, boss. I have finally devised a foolproof way to catch my white whale. Oh dear, I don't want those doomed whale hunters. Why is it always the prettiest ones? No, darling. White whale was in the case of a metaphor. Quite a hip one, too, as the book Moby Dick was only very recently published. Ah, I love hip references to pop culture. Carry on. I shall. You see, my white whale is not a whale at all. It is the future. Yep, okay, that makes sense now. In pursuit of the future, I am engaged in all manner of foolishness. Secret societies, occult rituals, fan fiction, nearly getting us both smothered to death in an iron coffin, when the true solution was staring me in the face all along. What solution? I'm so glad you asked. The solution is to bring the future to us by building a future of our own. Come on my workshop, I swear there's nothing lethal in there this time. There are hundreds of lethal things in Penny's workshop when you arrive, but none of them are actively pointed at you. She unfurls an enormous scroll of drafting paper and produces one pencil for each of you. Here we are, my clockwork dove, the brainstorm to end all brainstorms. We'll simply write out our vision for the future on this paper. Then, instead of waiting in vain for our future to be realised, we'll make it a reality right here in this workshop. First question, what sort of clothes do you think we'll be wearing in the future? Brightly coloured leather bodysuits. Capes! Only capes! Intriguing, the future must be much warmer than our present. But what could possibly cause that? Never mind, the important thing is that we put on these fancy capes I have left over from my last sexy party. Now, what sort of people will inhabit this world? Giant robots, frog people. Most people will be dead due to the incident. Frog people. I'm overwhelmed by your imagination. Of course, frogs will be the people in the future. Unfortunately, I lack the facility to turn frogs into people just at that time. Let's just fill the workshop with regular frogs, dress them in tiny suits, and treat them like people. This is fucking nuts. And what will people do for fun in this future of ours? Put clothes on animals. Try and remember what fun was before the bad times began. Excellent, let's add some joyous campfires and unappetizing food to complete the mood. But what system of government would be appropriate in such a future? Benevolent cryptomancy? What? Robotcracy? Steam anarchy! Yes! I'm going for steam anarchy! That is the future we want! Ah, yes, the anarchy of the future! I'll haphazardly scatter loose machine parts and rusted nails around the workshop to simulate utter futuristic chaos. And finally, what sort of music will be popular? The gentle humming of the bee organ, competitive whistling, occasional screaming punctuated by explosions, and the occasional plaintive cry of a distant baby. The gentle humming of the bee organ. I'm so flattered that you believe my very own invention, the bee organ, is diverting enough to survive into the future times. I'll load the tubes up with bees, and we can have ourselves a little concert. Bray looks over her work with obvious satisfaction. What delightful future will you build, my dear. Now to celebrate, what shall we do with this future we've created? Make love in it. I wholeheartedly agree. Now then, take off your cape. With pleasure. Soon you are as capeless as the day you were born. And a whole lot sexier. Penny clearly likes what she sees. Now, shall we find someplace a little more private? A place without all these fogs everywhere? No, I want them to see. Yes, Embrace me in front of God and all these folks. Fucking hell. But first, a little foreplay of the futures. You listen beneath lowered eyelids and licks her lips. Come on, baby, tell me about how it used to be before the bad times. The sky was not a uniformly malicious green. Ooh, I like it when you talk nostalgic to me. Payne's hands start between her legs. She moans. More, more! Spiders were regular size! Oh, I can't take any more. Come here, you font of historical information! I don't contain yourselves any longer. You embrace passionately, feeling, smelling, tasting every part of each other's futuristic bodies. The bee organ in the background swells to a feverish crescendo as your daft fingers coax wild cries from Penny's lips. Oh, you mad scientist, do me like a hard math problem. Now that's a pickup line I've not heard before. Do me like a hard math problem. Fingers Susie greedily drinking you in, wringing every millimetre of pleasure from your body. Before you know it, you really have travelled through time. It is hours later, and you lie in a contented heap on Penny's workshop floor. You receive a medal from the Anarchy for extremely good boning. My word, for the first time in my life, I actually wish I could travel back in time, so that I could experience it all over again. But I suppose we've got our entire futures ahead of us, haven't we? I'm excited to find out. As am I, my dear, as am I. We're all asleep together right there on the workshop floor. Who knows what tomorrow will bring, but for today, you have found bliss. And frogs, apparently. Fucking hell. Ooh, a sexy bedtime outfit. But of course, because we're on Steam, hidden. What the hell? It actually affected her pretty bad. Jesus.
I'm ready now.